keep hearing two different GDP numbers, nominal GDP and GDP based on PPP. But before rankings, before comparisons, let's answer one simple question. How are these two GDPs actually calculated?
All right, Steph, listen carefully. Nominal GDP is calculated in two clean steps. First, a country adds up the value of all goods and services produced in its own currency. Suppose India produces goods worth 100 trillion rupees. Second, that number is converted into US dollars using the market exchange rate. If the exchange rate is 100 rupees equals $1, then 100 rupees trillion becomes $1 trillion, nominal GDP. No adjustments, no corrections, just currency conversion.
So nominal GDP depends heavily on exchange rates?
Exactly, Steph. If the currency is weak, nominal GDP looks smaller. If the currency is strong, nominal GDP looks bigger. Nominal GDP answers just one question. How big is this economy in global dollar terms? No baskets. No purchasing power. No discounts. Just numbers. Just dollars. Just exchange rates. And when currencies fight it out in the global economic ring, only one GDP wins if you smell what the rock is converting.
All right, that was clear. But Khali, people say GDP based on PPP is calculated very differently. How exactly?
GDP PPP is also calculated in steps, but it does not use market exchange rates. First, economists find the price of the same basket of goods in different countries. A basket costs $100 in the United States, 3,000 rupees in India. This means 3,000 rupees in India has the same purchasing power as $100 in the United States. So the PPP exchange rate becomes 30 rupees equals $1 for purchasing power. Now we take the same GDP value. India produces goods worth 100 trillion rupees. Instead of using 100 rupees equals $1, we use the PPP rate of 30 rupees equals $1. 100 trillion rupees divided by 30 equals $3.3 trillion GDP PPP.
So the same economy gives two different GDP numbers?
Yes, Steph, because the method is different.
Nominal GDP uses market prices. PPP GDP uses local purchasing power.
And this explains India's higher PPP ranking?
Yes, in India, goods are cheaper. Services cost less. Money buys more. Nominal GDP, $1 trillion. Real GDP, 3.3 trillion.
Nominal GDP shows global size. PPP shows real domestic strength.
So remember, nominal GDP equals GDP converted using market exchange rates. GDP PPP equals GDP converted using purchasing power. Two GDPs, two purposes, one economy.
Finally, if you want more epic content like this, hit that subscribe button right now, because The Rock says it doesn't matter what you think, just subscribe.